Hello, gorgeous soul. Welcome to your 2020 astrology. It's extraordinary. It's full on. It's intense. It's wild, isn't it? Yes, it is. We're all going to need a few of them kiki licks to survive this year. But seriously, it has a whole host of potential. We all have drive. We all have vim and vigor to make things happen. It's very, very energetic and full on. For instance, we have Jupiter and Pluto joining forces. I mean, that is a lot to get our head around, you know. There's optimism in transformation. Of course, at the beginning of the year, we had that Saturn and Pluto conjunction. There is a lot of intensity. How are you going to use that intensity? How can you use your drive and your force of will to help transform your life with love and abundance? And P.S., I'm going to do it slightly differently for the yearly. I really want you to feel the energy and to just relax into the magic of what's coming up. So I'm going to do this. This video is going to be Kathy's amazing nature waves, just to fully be able to meditate and focus. And hopefully you might watch it a couple of times as the year goes on to see what's coming up for you. It really is an extraordinary year. Here's your yearly astrology. Hello, wondrous, magical, fantastical, and beautiful Pisces. Welcome to your yearly astrology. And boy, it is intense. It is full on. And there's going to be so many shifts and changes. I must quickly say, though, do look at your ascendant and watch that video and read about 2020 for your ascendant as well. If you don't know your ascendant, go to michelleknight.com, Michele with one L. Where you can get a free natal chart. Just put in your time, date and place of birth, and up will pop up a chart, and it'll also tell you all about you. And there's also on my site a free yearly which gives you the specific transits that you will be experiencing in 2020 just for you, based on your time, date, place of birth. Anyway, let's get on to the Pisces astrology for 2020. And obviously the most powerful thing is the Saturn and Pluto conjunction, which has not happened for 500 years. And if you chuck Jupiter into the mix, it's 800 years since some of this astrology has occurred. It's full on. You know, it's not just about us. I think it's about our collective spiritual evolution, and how all of us have to take responsibility and make changes to save ourselves, to save each other, and to save the planet. So, you know, it's full on. We've all got a big wake-up call. And for you, there's going to be a lot of changes in your inner circle, in who you collaborate with, in what you believe in technology and what you put online and what you're expressing, and how you feel part of this big, wild and magnificent whole that we all are. With Saturn and Pluto, there's going to be fundamental changes. Could actually end up meaning that you lead a group, that you take responsibility for your own magnificence and power, and you have the confidence to step into a leadership role or to step into a space where you are a valid part of a group. It's certainly a time of socializing in a new way, of believing that you are worthy and have an important part to play. So that kicks off straight away. So perhaps if you've been hanging out with people that are no good for you, working with people that are no good for you, or had certain belief systems, or even, you know, you might go on a big technology detox as well. Maybe change the way that you are online or on the internet, or even your social media or your website could go through a profound shift. It could also mean that you end up going viral, or you become very influential when it comes to what you're putting out there. So it's crucially important to mix with the right people and to, you know, move forward. And let's not forget, even though we've got that intense, very intense planetary activity all year, we also have Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, in that same space for you. So you are stretching, you are growing, you are evolving when it comes to all the things I just mentioned. And on the 11th and 12th of January, we also have the Sun and Mercury lending a helping hand. So the Sun is all about you being much more confident about putting yourself out there and sharing with groups of people, sharing with the world. And Mercury helps you, encourages you to have a voice and to use your voice. Now, in other good news, at the beginning of January, we have Venus, the planet of love, going into your sign. I'm really pleased about that because I think it's helping everybody deal with what's going on, but particularly for you. You're working on your relationship with yourself. You're a love magnet. Relationships should get a lot smoother, a lot easier, and you're drawing love to you. Now, Venus in Pisces is not only good for drawing love, it's also good for drawing abundance. So use that energy. You know me, I'm not like a fatalist. I think the power of astrology is when we know what's going on in the cosmos, we can use it to our advantage. So, for instance, with Venus coming into your sign, use it to heal your relationship with yourself and to know that you're a love magnet, and to open your heart to more intimate experiences. It's also trying the North Node on the 20th, so there could be some karmic relationship you're sorting out. Someone that you loved in a past life. You may know that person. It may be someone who's crisscrossed this life. It may be someone that you meet, that you look in their eyes and you feel that you've known them for eternity. But there's certainly some profound experiences and issues to resolve connected to love. With Jupiter sextile Venus, happy days. I think that you should have a lot of good loving around you, and opportunity to heal your relationships, and opportunity to have fun as well and have a good time. So much positivity there. Venus and Neptune also conjunct in Pisces on the 27th, but it is square Mars. So you may be pushed and pulled between your beliefs and certain responsibilities and maybe your career. But follow your heart, lead with love. I mean, particularly if you're having any problems in work, rather than getting angry or being judgmental, deal with the situation with compassion. Now, Mercury is going into your sign on the 3rd of February. Take advantage of that immediately, because it goes retrograde in your sign on the 17th of February. But you still have magic in your tongue. You have magic. Your words are spells. Your thoughts are super powerful. As I always say, they are the fuel towards your destiny. So what are you thinking? How can you change your thoughts to work for you? Of course, on the 19th of February, the sun enters your sign. And you're feeling empowered to make changes, trusting in yourself a lot more. The new moon in Pisces is your very own astrological new year on the 23rd of February. What are you going to do with that energy? What do you want to let go of? What do you want to shed? What baggage have you been carrying around? You don't need it anymore. Let the new moon take it away. And with the sun and Neptune conjunct joining forces on the 8th of March, you could have a spiritual awakening, a spiritual revelation, a profound and beautiful and intimate experience. And also, that is quickly followed on the 9th of March by a full supermoon in your place of relationships. So I think the beginning of this year, there's a lot of you healing your relationships, understanding that you are worthy of love, only tolerating relationships where you are respected and you are treated as equal. And that's not just romantic relationships, that's all your partnerships and connections. Mercury goes direct on the 16th of March in your sign, but of course, you know, it takes a couple of weeks to really clear, but you're feeling more empowered around the 16th of March. Actually, the 30th, you truly feel great. And it's still in your sign. There's still people you can convince and things that you can do and magic that you can weave. With Mars and Saturn joining forces in your 12th house, there is a commitment from you to change and to surrender any addictions. And in fact, there's someone around you with very negative patterns, or that you've had a long karmic connection with, or you feel responsible for. There's going to be a resolution to that energy. Mars enters your sign on the 13th of May, and that empowers you and pumps you up full of energy to get things done. So there's so much going on this year. There is never a dull moment. Use the energy when you've got it. You know what it's like. When we've got it, we think, great, I've got it, I'm always going to have it. And then there are other times when our energy is lulled. So from the 13th of May, get everything done that you've got to get done that needs a lot of energy. Mercury, Venus are conjunct in Gemini, squaring Neptune. There may be some issues for you to deal with around your home and family. There may be a move. There may be a cutting of ties. There may be a transformation for you around love and home. But you are protected and you are wise and you are psychic as hell. So use and tune up your psychic antenna so that you're picking up all the signals you need to navigate you forward. And you're going forward to a time of feeling much more independent. Now, another good time for love and relationships and a revelation about what's for you or what you need to let go of is around the 21st of June. There's an annual solar eclipse and you are seeing love for what it is. So if you're in a good relationship, you know, you really, really appreciate that. If you're single, you will know what you want and fingers crossed be able to draw it to you. But if you're in a relationship that's not working, there is a chance that it will end in the summer. Neptune's going retrograde in your sign on the 23rd, although, you know, retrogrades are generally a bit dodgy. It's actually quite good for you when Neptune goes retrograde. It allows you to get a lot of things done. It allows for you to be practical and just get on with it, and you feel less emotional, so you can look at things much more objectively. The Sun in Cancer is trying Neptune in Pisces on the 12th of July. It's a fabulous time. Looks like you could have a lot of passion and joy, sensuality and romance this year. And it's about you having the self-love to nurture yourself and take care of yourself. And you're also super creative. What's not to love about this year, apart from the intensity and all the stuff we have to change? So July is a great time for you in general when it comes to love. And the 7th of August, also when Venus goes in to your 5th house of creativity, pleasure, children and joy. That's also a good time for you, August. And at the end of August, the Sun enters your relationship zone and your partnership zone, as does Mercury on the 22nd, the Sun 20th of August. You have that fabulous time in terms of your relationship. So if you go for any crap in between those times, know that it will pass and that all will be well. Now, Venus in Cancer is trying retrograde Neptune on the 27th. Again, jolly times. Maybe an ex-lover gets in touch. Maybe you feel a deep emotional connection to someone and you realise that it's a soul connection, but there's lots of deep feeling. The full moon in Pisces on the 2nd of September is giving you a boost. And again, you might feel overwhelmed with the psychic stimulus and the kind of mystery and the magic around you, but it will bring you a gift of a peak experience. There's just so much going on. I don't know if I could go on and on about what's going on in 2020. In October, Venus enters your position of fabulousness around relationships, as does the new supermoon on the 17th. A new start when it comes to partnerships. You're going through a lot, and you're going through a lot that is about endings to clear the way for a brand new future for you. A time when you are opening up to a new cycle, but it's like doing the karmic and soul clear out. It's going to be magical though. I would expect lots of fairy tale magic to enter your 2020. Sending you so much love. Have faith in the power of your magic. Work that this 2020. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon. If you want to check out your written monthly, weekly, yearly astrology, pop over to my website, michelleknight.com. I'm not doing readings at the moment, but I do have a company of some of the best psychics and astrologers in the world. I've had the company for 20 years. I handpick them and they are fabulous. So I'm going to start to show you, starting now, their little videos on here.
Hello, I'm Maya. I am a psychic intuitive. My vocation, I believe, is to work with spirit in order to hopefully help heal. The reading can be about romance, can be about career change, direction. It's very important for me that the client feels spirit with them and give some validations. So it was a psychic reading, not just a counselling session. What is great is when they come back again and say, oh, Maya, you were right about that. You hit the nail on the head. How did you know that? But I always remind them, it's not me, it's spirit. I'm merely a conduit for spirit, like a little kind of dial on the old radios that I've been given a gift to be able to tune into the frequency. The messages come from spirit. I like to class a reading as an oasis for the soul, time out where we can really spoil ourselves.